A warm welcome to the newsroom. I am Fidelia Aguncha. About 12 directors and top staff of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, have been suspended with immediate effect. The notice of suspension was communicated to the acting chairman of the commission, Mohammed Omar, by the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation on Tuesday night. The action was said to be in connection with the ongoing investigation of the suspended acting chairman of the agency, Ibrahim Magu. It also comes hours after 4 unit heads of the agency presented some documents to the Ayo Salami-led investigative panel on Tuesday. The 8th Virtual Federal Executive Council meeting has commenced at the State House, Abuja, with President Muhammadu Buhari presiding over it. The meeting, which commenced at about 10 a.m. with the arrival of President Muhammadu Buhari, also had the Vice President Yemi Oshibajo, Secretary to the Government of the Federation Boss Mustafa, National Security Advisor Babagana Moguno, and Chief of Staff to the President Ibrahim Gambari in attendance. There are also 9 ministers physically present at the meeting, including Finance Minister Ahmed Zainab Ahmed, Transportation Minister Rotimi Amechi, and Information Minister Lai Mohammed. Governor Yahaya Bello has mourned the late flying officer Tululokbe Arotile, describing her death as shocking and devastating. Arotile was Nigeria's first ever combat helicopter pilot, and she died on Tuesday in an accident in Kaduna. In a condolence message by the governor's chief press secretary, Onongu Mohammed, Bello said the death is a national disaster, saying she was a fantastic aviator. Governor Bello said the late Arotile combined professionalism and patriotism in the discharge of her duties and was instrumental to Nigeria's fight against banditry and other criminal activities, especially in the north-central region. Arotile, who was 23-year-old, died as a result of head injuries sustained from a road accident at the Air Force Base in Kaduna. The Nigeria Labour Congress chairman in Taraba State, Peter Gambo, is dead. He died after a brief illness at the Taraba State Specialist Hospital, Jalingo, on Wednesday night. The cause of his death, on Tuesday night actually, now the cause of his death is yet to be disclosed. Until his demise, Gambo was serving his second tenure in office as the chairman of the NLC in Taraba State. President of the Senate Ahmed Lawan says the National Assembly will engage security agencies with a view to upscale operations in hotspot areas to avert the killings of residents of Kaduna South Senatorial District. Lawan gave the assurance in his remark following a point of order raised by Danjuma La'a during Tuesday's plenary. Senator La'a lamented the incessant killing of his people in Kaduna South by suspected bandits.
I'm pleading with the National Assembly to please request the federal government to send police and armed men to go and protect the life of my people and their property. It is becoming unbecoming. This situation has been on for over many years, and it has gotten to this time, even though I've been complaining, but situations the other time calmed down, but it has started again.
Because you have come under personal explanation, I wish to I would suggest that we talk with the security agencies to upscale their activities around those hotspots in Kaduna, and this is something that we owe the Nigerian people, protecting their lives and property.
Fresh facts have emerged that a masked fellow trailed the founder and chief executive officer of Go-Kada, Fahim Saleh, before he was killed on Tuesday night. According to footage of closed-circuit television obtained by Manhattan police, Saleh was shown in his residence entering an elevator with a fellow who was wearing a black suit and a black mask. On the video, the elevator door opens and the 33-year-old Saleh goes into the apartment while the masked person follows directly behind him, and the two immediately started to struggle. Medical examiners have not officially determined the cause of his death, but the police were investigating the incident as a homicide. Saleh's dismembered and decapitated remains were found in his home on Manhattan's Lower East Side on Tuesday afternoon, while his dog Layla was however found alive in the apartment. We'll take a break here to bring you more stories. Don't go away.
Trade is a force for good. I've seen it with my own eyes. Its ability to improve millions and millions of lives. I've spent my life working with teams around the world to deliver reforms, broker agreements, improve systems, fight corruption, and empower economies. Coronavirus has changed the face of the global economy and left many countries facing difficult choices. This is a critical moment for world trade, and the WTO has a vital role to play. It's time to come together. It's time for the WTO to listen to its members, seek common ground, hunt for solutions, rebuild trust, and return to its founding mission. My name is Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, and I'm the woman for this job. I want to bring a fresh pair of eyes and ears to the WTO and make it fit to thrive for the 21st century.
Welcome back. Let's now turn to our COVID-19 coverage. Nigeria's coronavirus infections have risen with 463 new cases, bringing the total number of infections in the country to 33,616. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control (NCDC) confirmed this in a tweet on Tuesday night. The new infections were identified in 16 states and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. The NCDC, however, noted that a total of 13,792 patients have recovered and have been discharged, while the country's death toll currently stands at 754. Members of the Lagos State House of Assembly have been directed to go test for COVID-19, to get tested for COVID-19. Temitope Adewale, lawmaker representing Ifako-Ijaye constituency, disclosed this in a statement on Tuesday. The development comes after the death of Tunde Braimo, lawmaker representing Koshofe Constituency 2 on July 10. Braimo was the chairman, House Committee on Information, Security and Strategy. Adewale added that he had submitted himself for the COVID-19 test and the result was negative. The Catalan government has passed a legal reform to overstep a judicial court ban and imposed tougher lockdown measures in parts of the country. In 1 week, the number of COVID-19 cases in Barcelona tripled, and Catalonia as a whole reported daily figures not seen in almost 2 months. Following this, the government is backtracking the reopening of the country after months of lockdown. Instead, they are imposing fresh movement restrictions in coronavirus hotspots and making the use of face masks compulsory. We'll take another break here to bring you business stories and more. The 8 candidates battling to become the next head of the World Trade Organization (WTO) will make their pitches this week with 3 days of auditions starting today, Wednesday. The contenders will make 15-minute presentations to the 164 member state representatives at the WTO headquarters in Geneva before facing a 75-minute grilling over their plans for the global trade body. After a series of eliminations based on consensus starting in September, the winner will take the WTO wheel. Aside Nigeria's Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, there are 2 other African candidates, 2 others from Europe, 2 from Asia, and 1 from America. Okonjo-Iweala and 2 others are up first today, while the rest will take turns to make their presentations on Thursday and Friday. The Minister of Aviation, Hadi Sirika, has assured Nigerians that the rehabilitation work at the Akanu Ibiam International Airport runway Enugu will be completed by August 30. He made this known during a working visit to ascertain the level of work at the international airport on Tuesday. Sirika explained that the work progress is currently at the last stage of pavement wearing, thus bringing it to up to over 90% completion. He also noted that perimeter fencing, roads, and air landing systems will all be ready to enable a 24-hour operation when it reopens again. On the foreign scene, at least 17 people were wounded in a fire outbreak following an oil leak from the Shankwa Mustarod pipeline next to a busy highway in a suburb of Cairo, the Egyptian capital. According to the Petroleum Ministry, the pipeline runs along a motorway on the outskirts of the capital, and a spark caused by passing cars ignited crude that was leaking from the pipe. Authorities say the pipeline's valves were immediately closed in the area of the blaze, and the flames were brought under control. The cause of the leak is yet to be ascertained, but the state prosecutor has dispatched a team to investigate the incident. Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen is set to become Africa's most expensive footballer when he seals a reported €81 million move from French Ligue 1 side Lille to Serie A giant Napoli. The transfer will be finalized on Thursday after both clubs reach an agreement for the young forward. If the deal is completed, Osimhen will break Nicolas Pepe's record when he moved from Lille to Arsenal for £72 million last summer. The Super Eagles star had a lot of suitors around Europe after he hit 18 goals for Lille in his debut season. And that's the latest from the newsroom. Many thanks for joining us. I am Fidelia Aguncha. Bye for now.